Did she see Blues for an Alabama Sky?
She did not.
She did not.
And Blues for an Alabama Sky, oh, wow, that's where we first met. We have our journey, which is, he came into the dressing room today and we were like in awe of our journey together, because that was your first show,
I did my first professional play with Coleman Domingo.
What are the chances of that?
In the Bay Area in 1997, we did a play called Blues for an Alabama Sky with Pearl Cleage. And you played Guy and I played Leland Cunningham, and you were so generous and warm and wonderful with me. I can remember one story in particular where on stage we have a stage kiss, my character with the main protagonist of the play. And she changed up the stage kiss on this particular night, and she slipped a little tongue into the kiss.
Oh, she did.
And I was a young man, and I hadn't done a lot of stuff, and I came up to Coleman after, and I said, Coleman, do people normally French kiss on stage kisses on stage?
What did I say?
And you were putting on your makeup, he was putting on his makeup, he said, no. He said no. And then he goes, did you like it? And I said, not really. And he's like, well, you should tell her to put it back the way that it was then. And I was like, all right, I just need it. I love that I put it on like lots of makeup.
Who were you playing?
You just get it on.
She is this. You said that she's a bunch of kind of all these different eccentricities. She's a germaphobe, and she's got all these kind of rituals she must do.
Yes.
And we always think of actors are quite like that. Is that you? Are you that person?
Yes. Obviously not. Of course I'm not. I mean, I certainly do. Oh, God. I certainly do weird things with scripts. You must do that too, surely.
Like, what do you do with your script?
Well, you know, stickers. I have stickers on them.
No, that's just organisation.
Like, brilliant, go girl.
No, I have the scratch and sniff ones. You know, the No, I don't. I don't.
Too late, it's out there. This one smells like orange.
And banana. No, I don't. No, I have a funny little script thing, but I don't have that many rituals.
Do you have superstitions, Cate Blanchett?
I don't look. I think you go mad. You're mad enough as an actor. But I think it's about aeroplanes. The more you fly, the more you wish you didn't fly. So I do this thing, if I'm flying by myself, where I have to hold my breath as soon as we start to taxi off. But the problem is, if you get held, then I'm still holding my breath. And then I read that you, on Avatar, learned to hold your breath for 7 minutes. I'm thinking, Winslet can do it. Come on. and the problem is when you're up, I have to hold my breath, thinking of my kids and my husband and all those people I love, until we level out. And the problem is Qantas, which is, I'm Australian, and if you fly long haul in Qantas, they know you, they love you, they keep offering you chocolates and things, and they keep talking to you, and I'm holding my breath. It gets a bit complicated, but that's the only thing I do, really, because I don't like flying.
OK.
It's weird. I mean, come on. No one likes flying.
I am quite funny about flying, and I definitely
As you should be. It's weird.
I do get fear. I definitely have superstition-y things around. Like if I see a magpie, I will always say, "Hello, Mr. Magpie. How's your wife and family?"
No, that's got nothing to do with flying. That's...
No, I know, but it does. But it makes me
fly.
Hello, Mr. Magpie. Help me get there safely, please. But no, I do. If I'm going on a plane and I'll suddenly see a whole load of magpies, I'll be doing this all the way to the airport. Hello, Mr. Magpie. How's your wife and family? Hello, Mr. Magpie.
I do the magpie thing as well.
But no, but Dua Lipa, your family do a lot of these things. Your family have a lot of rules.
Well, not a lot of rules. We just have superstitions.
OK. Run us through... So, if your nose itches...
Oh, if your nose itches, you're going to get angry about something. But in order to combat that, you have to, like, itch your nose and then touch your bum.
Oh, my God, this is brilliant! I think we should all do it.
Time out. So, like, if, for example, you get a random itchy nose, you itch your nose and then you just...
bum.
You touch your bum.
Yeah.
And then you touch... No, you don't touch it. No. Unless, of course, they want you to. Yeah. In which case, go for it. But
you're getting angry because you're not allowing yourself to itch your nose.
No,
you're feeling like an idiot.
No, you're not getting angry. You're not getting angry. It's just like a random itch on your nose happens, which is like a sign that you're going to get angry. So you just go, oh, hello, little itch, and then you just touch your bum and it's gone.
Brilliant. I think we should all do it right now, actually.
And what's the good luck about the underwear?
So if you... God, this is all mad. But
I'm not making these up. They're yours.
I know. But if you've got, like, a big event or something big is happening in your life and you want to protect yourself from the evil eye, you just wear your knickers inside out.
Oh my God, I'm doing all of these. These are brilliant. You get them to scratch your bum. No, touch your bum, not scratch it. Scratch your nose, knickers inside out.
Bum. Yep.
This is brilliant.
I wonder where
out.
Doing all
and has it
My
worked?
husband turns his knickers inside out because he doesn't want to wash them.
But OK, well, let's talk about the magpie thing. Because
what is
you
the
guys,
magpie?
you salute the magpie. So if you see one magpie, it's one magpie is for sorrow.
Yeah.
Two for joy.
3 for a girl.
3 for a girl, 4 for a boy.
5 for silver. 6
for gold.
7 for a secret never to be told.
No,
And-
Oh, my God.
no. If you're in Australia,
yes,
which,
you're right. Yes,
which
you're right,
You
you're right,
know,
you're right.
all you're worried about is magpies. They're not going to swoop on you and peck your brains out because they're nesting.
Yeah.
They're really vicious birds.
Well, you have to salute them so you don't get the sorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
And if you see 2, then it's joyful, so you're just happy about it.
all right. I've got to change mine.
I'm amazed you knew all of that, Adrian, because I thought you were not superstitious at all.
I'm not. That's the kids' TV programme, Magpie, that I grew up with. I could have just left that and said, yeah, I know all of that, but it's actually... Does anyone remember that programme? Yeah, 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. Yeah, that's
It's a song?
It's a song.
Oh, not in Australia. They're just screaming. They're just screaming and running. It's a magpie!
I am decisive, but I can change my mind.
It's a
I think
beautiful
it's
thing to
important
go, actually, I'm wrong. Do you know
Yeah.
what? I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It is.
A lot of the time, shockingly.
Well, you know this thing about trans. Now, people always say, oh, you mustn't talk about trans. Well, fuck that. I'm going to talk about it. I was very keen on grammar. And so when people started talking about pronouns and that they wanted them and not he, she, I thought, what the fuck are they talking about? It's clear, it's grammar, it's the structure of language. But I met a wonderful actress in Australia, Zoe Tarakis. Do you know? I mean, she's a brilliant actress. Yeah. And she's trans. And she had a discussion with me about it. And she said, what does it matter to you if you can make somebody happy by calling them they instead of he or she? Why not do it? And I thought, that's right. It doesn't matter about grammar. If you can make someone happy and give them a sense of themselves, then do it.
Absolutely.
And so I'm now somebody who uses they and all the rest of it. Whatever they want me to say,
Yes.
I'll say it.
People might think you're joking, but, like, there are jokes in this movie, but it is not a comedy. It is a proper thriller.
It's a real thriller.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? So in this particular film, because it takes place in an airplane, they had to build the sets, right?
Yeah.
So the biggest thing for me was the confined space, heat. I fall asleep fast. Like, not because I'm a narcoleptic, but if I get hot, I get sleepy. So my thing is, like, so I do fall asleep fast. And because I'm an action star now, I'm on harnesses and all of this stuff. And I'm like, you can't overwork me, because I'm like a car, baby. You overheat me, I'm gonna shut down.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying?
Totally
Don't
get it.
gas me too hard.
No.
Give me room to go.
Oh, he has a little battery.
Okay. Why are y'all clapping? Why are you clapping? Don't celebrate that.
I asked you this story the last time we were on the show.
OK.
And we didn't get to air it. But it's to do with Napoleon and Samantha.
Yes.
But Napoleon and Samantha, you know, people my age remember this movie.
Yes.
It was you with a lion.
Yes, I was with the lion.
And because it seems so far away, but, you know, it's you. There didn't seem to be much safety precautions with you and the lion.
No, I was 9 years old, and, well, I was working with... There were 3 lions. There was one really old lion with no teeth, he was the actual lion we were supposed to be working with, and then there was a stunt lion who did all the crazy, like, rawr kind of stuff. And then there was the stand-in lion, so 3 lions. The old lion wouldn't move, and you can't make a lion move because they're 500 pounds. So I was working with the stand-in lion, and I guess he had a little, you know, like a little piano wire that was pulling him, and would finish the take, and I was going up the hill, and all I remember is I remember seeing his mane come around, and then he picked me up sideways and shook me in his mouth, and turned me around, and every single person on the crew was running in the opposite direction. And I'm like sideways, watching everybody, and they took their equipment too. And I'm watching everybody leave, going like, what's happening? Then I remember being like, oh, it's an earthquake, because I was getting shaken. The trainer said, drop it. And because the lion was so well trained, he opened his mouth and dropped me down, and I went running, and then he came after me and then just put one paw on me and then just waited, like, I got her. Yeah, so that's the story. But I do remember watching it, going like, oh, that's funny, they're all running. Sideways, being shaken.
If I'd been there, I'd have been like, okay, come on, line.
That's right. You'd have had me. You'd have had my back.
You had her back. You had her back. Big soccer fan.
Yes.
Is it Man United you support?
Yes.
Oh, come on! Fight!
You won't detour me.
But you go to see them, like, you go to the...
I've been to Old Trafford.
Yeah.
I'm a true fan.
Yeah, we've got pictures of you. This is you, I don't know what, dressed
Me with Marcus Rashford.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That makes me
that's
feel
epic.
so
That's
good.
epic.
He just...
Yeah.
Oh.
And here's you getting a lovely gift.
Yes.
Julia won. Yeah. And how did this happen? How did Julia Roberts become a soccer fan?
I have 3 children, and when they were really little and started playing soccer and started watching it on TV, and I didn't ever realize how exciting it was to watch it on television, and we just got so into it, and somehow just Manchester United became our team, the Motor family team, our team.
Okay.
And we became sort of possessed.
And Tom, you sport?
Aston Villa. We're doing quite well this year, thank you. Anybody can root for Man United.
Oh, that's not...
I'm with you, Timothy. How did that happen?
The very first time I came to England, I woke up very early in the morning and the football scores were on the BBC and they all had kooky names like Cheltenham took Twixby 2-0. Couldn't make sense to any of them. And then one came up and Aston Villa drew or 1-1. I said, Aston Villa? Well, that sounds like a lovely little place. Aston Villa. Oh, yes, I'm taking holiday in Aston Villa. Would you like to? And then it turns out it's in Birmingham. It's a fabulous place. Villa Park is a magnificent stand to go to. There I am, cheering on. How about that? There you go.
Yeah.
Oh. And they gave me a jersey that said Julia on the back. It didn't make any sense, but...
I believe it was at the award show where you came face-to-face with your doppelganger.
That's overstating it.
Well, do you know what? I thought it was overstating it, but now as I sit opposite you, I can see it. Go.
In the room, it really makes sense.
Who do you look... I'm trying...
Do you want to guess?
This is crazy. Is it a male or female? Because I'm getting a strong... No, I don't mean this... No, and I don't mean that pejoratively. You kind of remind me of Blanchett from The Profile.
That's where yeah, it's Cate Blanchett. Yeah, fair enough.
It is Cate Blanchett.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah.
That's amazing you got it, because I didn't... Because this afternoon, I was like, really, does he? But you do.
Oh, that's weird. I was going to say I loved you in Carol.
Yeah. Now I feel like I'm not Oscar nominated.
No. Just to remind everybody, so there you are.
Yeah.
And now here's Kate. And you can't see it.
Wow, you guys should play.
Yeah. I did a play. My first job was like a Martin McDonagh play when I was 19 years old. And I did it in the West End, and it was a really amazing thing. You're starting to be an actor and be in the world, and oh my God, it's kind of happening. But all my castmates started calling me Kate, because at that time I particularly, obviously, really looked like her. And then I'd be walking down the street and people would stop to tell me that I looked like Cate Blanchett, which was, like, upsetting as a young man trying to make your way in the world. You're like, I'm on the West End, like, Kate, like, fuck off. You know? And then one day I was at the BAFTAs, because I've been to award ceremonies too. Not because I've been nominated, but you know, something I've been in has been nominated. And I went along and I suddenly bumped into her, and there she was, and it was Cate Blanchett, and it was really, really.
Did she feel the same way?
Did she get a lot of Donald Gleasons? Yeah.
All the time. No, she was really. I kept it together really well. I was very proud of myself. I didn't like panic, and I didn't say. People say that I look.
Sure.
I just said you're amazing and it's very nice to meet you. And I was so happy with myself because I'm bad meeting famous people who I admire. I said goodbye and I walked away and I felt it was amazing. But I walked straight into the women's bathroom. And I was like, oh shit,
Oh, that's Cate Blanchett.
No, like that's Tilda Swinton because that's the other person I get.
Tilda as well.
Yeah. Tilda
No man.
too.
No man.
A young Boris Becker.
I get that.
See what a nightmare.
Yeah.
Of course, you in Broadchurch, another big detective show, which you haven't seen, but...
I haven't seen, but I looked at all my notes on my phone and it says Broadchurch, Broadchurch, Broadchurch. Like, at least 400 people have said to me, you need to see it, so I keep writing it on my phone, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking you were the only person on Broadchurch who knew who did it?
Yes.
How did they make that mistake?
That was a whoops. So I went for the first meeting. I'd read the first episode. I went to meet the producers, and they said, what do you think? I went, I love it. And I said, please, who did it? And then they told me. Oh. And I cried, and they went, that's exactly what we want, yeah. And then before I'd even got home, sort of a 20-minute journey back, I got so many messages going, we fucked up, we shouldn't have told you, please don't tell anyone. we think we're going to do it, you know, with none of the actors knowing, not even the person who did it knowing. I went, OK. And I thought that I could maybe do it with... But then the whole nation went a bit, they loved it. Yeah. And everyone... I had to stop going on the bus and everything. Yeah. God, it's just... You know, you want to tell everybody.
And did the actor who had done it, did they know?
Not until, I think, the last... yeah.
Ooh, that's tricky.
Fuck, School Run's going to be a shit one.
I had a scene in Holy Smoke where I play a young girl who her family believes she needs to be deprogrammed because she spent some time in India and they're concerned that she's fallen in love with a guru and she's lost her mind, and actually she hasn't at all. And Harvey Keitel plays a sort of a cult deprogramming expert. And my character tries to convince him that it's working, it's all working. And so she takes all of her clothes off and walks towards him in the desert saying, look, it's worked, I'm free. And she's just pissing and pissing. And I thought, OK, how am I really going to do that then? Am I going to actually have to do a wee on camera? And Jane Campion, the director, said to me, well, it would be nice, you know, if you could... you could try, darling. I'm thinking, no, I don't want to do that. That sounds really horrible. And so there was a wee rig. God, why do I tell these stories? Happening to me again. So there was a wee rig which was attached to the back of my hair by a little piece of kind of fishing wire, and it was a bag of saline drip fluid that they sort of dyed a little bit green. And then I had to kind of get this...
Green.
Choose. No, yellow. Did I say green?
Yeah. Said green. I didn't mean green. There's something about this film we don't know.
I didn't mean green. I didn't mean green.
What
Yellow.
colour would my character's urine be?
Green. I had to get this little pipe and wedge it in, you know, a specific spot.
Is that someone's job, or do you have to do that?
No, I insisted that would be my own job. Someone did offer. But I said, no, it's fine. I think I've got this. So I had to wedge this tube right in the coochie. And then at a certain point, they'd quickly cut, and the makeup artist would run in and release this fluid, and then it would just gush. But the problem is, when you're a girl, it doesn't go in a stream down the middle. It goes all down the leg and no paper. So this was not a good shot. So the number of times I do this flipping thing just to get the wee to hit the floor. I'm like, I'm not a guy.
That's
but
why.
There you go.
But every year, I think, you know, you think about what you're going to put in the stocking fillers. Every year, and I never do it, I think, I've got to get some shiwis.
Someone gave me a shiwi. It's brilliant.
Does it work?
It's brilliant. I used it at Glastonbury. I used my shiwi at Glastonbury last year.
Adrian doesn't know what a shiwi is.
It's a cup.
Yeah, you put your
It's a cup
on your...
with a little tube.
Yeah, with a thing.
Okay.
And then, so it means that you can stand up and
have a little wee.
And you can direct the flow.
Oh, okay.
It's absolutely brilliant, I tell you.
I have an image in my head now.
Yeah.
That's...
You can never unsee it. You can never unsee it.